Good morning. Welcome back to Building a House from Trees. This week's episode, I get a couple more windows installed and another RO cut in, a big one. Yeah, it's a pretty productive week in this week's video, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. Next week's video is going to be exciting. I'm framing up a giant foldable door, an accordion door for the basement, for the daylight basement, and it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting project. So that should be on next week's video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the great comments. Like, share, subscribe, send it around. And boy, we've gotten about 5 inches of rain in the last 72 hours. And it's great. We needed it. It was dry. It was bone dry here. Hadn't rained in about a month. So it's great. It's just beautiful out there. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. All right, well, it is 5:30, 5:15 this morning, and I'm getting going early to kind of celebrate the solstice, the summer solstice, which was yesterday, June 20th at 5:43 p.m. So in the northern hemisphere at this time of year, late June, the days are extraordinarily long, and lately it's been extremely hot too. So I'm today trying to get a bunch of work done early and then maybe lounge around and nap in the middle of the day, not unlike a raccoon or something, and then work again in the evening. So what I'm working on this morning is getting a window installed down next to the big window. So here we go. So I poked some holes in the corner so I can sawzall this out. Let's just confirm. Great. Longest day of the year. Longest day of the year sure feels like the longest day of the year. I was down here working at 5 this morning because I wanted to beat the heat. And I kind of did, I guess. I lazed a bit in the middle of the day. And then was back at getting this window rough opening done, and done it is. The RO is RO'd. And now I'm not going to do it tonight because I'm done. I'm going to go for a swim. But put some rigid foam insulation around the edge, and I think I'm just going to do a little bit just where I'm going to put my 2x4 nailers, and then plug the window in, do all my sill pan and all that. So watering away, things are growing down there. So I've made myself a little jig, a little template here. I realized it was going to be extraordinarily frustrating and time-consuming to trace out, all the details around these. And there's 6 of them that I'm going to have to work around. Well, actually, no. 1, 2, 9. There's 9 that I'm going to have to work around. And this one is just an example up there. So this way I can just take a full sheet, take my measurements, and then trace this out, and then feed them up there. Much faster. Boy, this insulating is sure miserable stuff, but it's not as bad as fiberglass, I guess, and it's big, it goes fast. I'll get a long shot from down below. It's going to make the house look terrible for a while, but this is part of the process of getting it all, getting this sweater wrapped around it. So this is kind of, the north side's done. You saw that in previous videos, previous season, and now I'm working on the east side, second story. And getting those windows framed in. Doesn't make sense to do this without having the windows framed in, so that's why I'm doing that. God, it makes it so incredibly nice in here, having those ROs open for the window. I mean, it's just so much brighter and so much nicer. Oh man. Unfortunately, it's, there's going to be dividing walls in between these rooms, but right now, it's great. It's because the GoPro's on, but there's I'm not gonna try to show you because it's a wide field of view, but there's
2 turkeys and a bunch of little turklets poking around in the grass, eating ticks and bugs and stuff, and it's pretty nice. It's almost like they're farm animals. But, I mean, I think they're not scared of me because I'm up here. I don't know. I'm not sure they're thinking that deeply about the subject. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. That's gonna do it for old Bus. I'm done. It's been a long, hot day, and I got this wall insulated, and I'm pretty happy about that. It was miserable, and it's a truly horrific mess in there. Golly. And I'll tell you what I'm not doing tonight is cleaning that. Yeah, it's disgusting. I'll clean it in the morning. I'm gonna go get in the water. But this is good. It's good that this wall is insulated. It wasn't too bad. It was the first kind of outer one I've done. I'm glad I made those templates, and I've got spray foam to fill in the gaps. And yeah, I decided to insulate all the way to the roof because, you know, again, with the overkill, better than underkill. God, all these wasps and hornets. Miserable. None of them have stung me yet this year, but they will. Oh, they will. Most certainly when I'm up on the ladder. So much to do. It's a nice evening though. It's midsummer after all. It's a good time. I guess I can take the mask off. The horrible dust part is over. Seems silly to clean and then just make a dust mess, but that insulation dust is just atrocious, so I wanted that all up and at it. So now I'm just putting the 2x4s for the edge of the framing around the outside of the big RO. I don't have that window yet, but hopefully I'll have that ordered soon. Yeah, still recording. Oh. I have to bevel the edge here on the table saw. Just because in case any water does get in here, which is very doubtful, but it can slope away. So I put a little 5-degree bevel on this. I forgot. Hey, voila. 5 or whatever, some degree. God, look at the pink in the grain of the pine. That'll be buried nicely. God, that's cool. A few well-placed timber locks are a good idea. This is a 4-foot by 6-foot window, you know, a couple 100 pounds probably. And, you know, it's sitting inside, of course, the framing, but it's also sitting on this exterior framing. So just want to overkill. Okay, I'll do that. Great, time for breakfast.